بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Okay, the next thing we'll try to verify the OSPF broadcast network behavior in this example here. Like what we'll be doing is we'll be using some 4 routers here, the router 1, 2, 3, 4, and these routers are again, we are connecting to a backbone network switch here in my GNS3, and then we'll quickly configure the routers in area 0, and we'll assign some IP addresses, and then we'll configure some OSPF and verify the behavior here. So to verify this behavior, again, we will be using some kind of topology here, the same 4 routers. Any 4 routers you just connect and try to connect all the routers to the backbone switch, assuming that this is a backbone which is provided by the service provider here. So likewise, I'm connecting all my Ethernet interfaces to a centralized switch, which is simulating my service provider backbone network. So let's do the same thing for all the remaining routers, and likewise here as well. So once we do this, so the next thing is I'll try to go and assign the IP addressing as per this. So it's a simple IP addressing. I'll be using like 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4 because they all are connecting in the same broadcast network. So you need to have the same network. Of course, the opposite interfaces has to be on the same subnet. So let's quickly console them and try to verify the behavior. So this is my router 1, and then we'll go to router 2, 3, 4 as well. So these are new routers. So probably what I'll do is I'll try to assign the IP addressing and configure the OSPF as per my topology here. So this is my topology. So let's quickly configure the IP addressing as well here. So the first thing, I'll configure the OSPF using 10.network and area 0. That's the first thing. And then, of course, the interface which I'm connecting is F0 by 0. We'll try to assign the IP address the /24 subnet mask, or you can use /8, whatever the value. And of course, the no shutdown command to make the interface up here. So I'll try to copy paste this configuration here because the same configuration applies to all the remaining routers. Now the only difference is the IP address will change. So I'm going to use this on the router 2. On the router 2 here, and then on the router 3. On the router 3, I need to change the IP address to this one. And then let's go ahead and configure this here on the router 3 as well as on the router 4 as well. So I'm not making any changes. So I'm just going with the default configurations here. With the default IP, you can have more than one interface, but in my case, it's just one interface here. I think that is sufficient. So we don't need to create any loopback or other interfaces. If you want, you can just go ahead and create. Now what I should see is it says unable to allocate the route ID, and that's the problem here. I just need to reconfigure the OSPF here. Let me just quickly, because there was no IP addresses, so it was unable to pick the router ID. That's a problem over there. Because if you remember, we discussed the concepts of the router ID. It will automatically select any one interface. If there is no manual router ID, it will select the loopback or the physical interface. So I think now it's done. So you can see the neighborship establishes between the router 1. And if you verify show IP OSPF neighbor, if you remember, I discussed that when you're connecting to one broadcast network to a service provider, generally this connection, like the router 1 is establishing the neighborship with the router 2, 3, 4. So these are the IPs. Of course, these are the router IDs as well. And you can see the priority values here. These are the default priority values. I did not change. So the default will be 1. And the neighborship here, and I think the neighborship is established completely here. So if I say show IP OSPF neighbor, and you can see there are some neighbors which are in two-way state and some neighbors which are full. Now, as per this example, if you verify, in my example, this neighbor is the DR. You can see the message here. indicates that router 4 is a DR and the router 3 is a BDR and the router 2 is DR other as per these outputs. And again, this is your other router, and the neighborship between other and the DR will be full, and the neighborship between other and the BDR also will be full, and the neighborship between the other and the other will be two-way stage according to the things what we discussed. And the remaining outputs are same, like the timer and the interface and the actual interface IP addresses. So I did not do anything here. So if you verify, of course, I don't see any routes because I don't have any routes here to verify. And there are some other verifications, like we can say show IP OSPF interface. If I specifically say interface F0 by 0, which I'm using here, you can see this is my Ethernet interface, and this interface is the network type is a broadcast. Like if you remember, we discussed in the basics, like all the Ethernet interfaces will be automatically treated as a broadcast. And of course, the cost and other values we discussed. The router ID automatically selects the highest IP here. And what is the state? The state is a DR other. Now the current state of this router is DR other, and the priority value of this router is 1. Okay, so who is your DR? Again, you can see some other information, like in my example, the router 4 is a DR. Now why? Because based on the router IDs. Now these are the router IDs, and this is the highest router ID, and automatically it selects this router as a DR. So if you can verify these options by using show IP OSPF neighbor again, or you can also specifically use show IP OSPF interface, where you can see the states and the same outputs here. So we did not do anything. It's a kind of basic verifications. Now the next thing is, like, we'll try to see what if I want to decide or change any specific router to become the DR. Like in this example, let's say I want this router. Maybe these two routers are my small branch office routers, maybe just a small routers. And this is my main head office router, and I want this router to take up the role of DR, because the DR means it's doing additional job, which means that router should be a little bit high-end router. And my scenario, I want this router 1 to take up the role of the DR, and I want the router 2 to take up the role of BDR, because I assume that these are the routers or my high-end routers in my network. They have some additional processing capabilities, probably a little bit high-end router or the speed routers. And the other routers should be the DR other. Of course, this is other and this is other. And at the same time, I want this router should never become a DR. So which means I want to ensure that the router 4 should never become a DR or BDR. To do that, we can simply change the priority value to 0. Now 0 means, if you remember, I said it will never become a DR or other, DR or BDR. So it will always remains in the other state. Now to do that, we need to simply go to the interfaces and change the priority values. So the connected interface, in my example, the F0 by 0 is my connected interface. So we'll go to that interface and change the priority values. So the priority values, we can give any number from 0 to 255. Highest is always preferable. And in my example, I want the router 1 to take up the role of the DR. So I'm changing the priority value to 255, the highest value. And I want the router 2 to take up the role of backup DR. So I'm changing the priority value here as 254, which is going to become the BDR. I'm not going to change on the router 3 because I just leave it. But on the router 4, I want this router 4 should never become the DR or the BDR, which means I'm going to change the priority value to 0. So how we can do that? Simple command, IP OSPF priority, and then give the priority value. And again, one more thing, if you remember, let's quickly do that. I'll go to router, I'll go to my topology. In my example, I want the router 1 should take up the role of DR. So I'm going to change the priority value to this values, and the priority value I'm going to change to 0 on the router 4. So let's go to the interface which it connects, and then we have to say IP OSPF priority, anything from 0 to 255. So I'm giving the highest value on the router 1, And on the router 2, I'm going to give the priority value as 254, the next highest. And on the router 4, I'm going to change the priority value to 0. So as per my requirement, I'm changing it for verifications. So if you go and verify the states, if I say show IP OSPF neighbor, here you can see the states. Again, the states may change, but again, one more thing you need to do is you need to make sure that we also use the clear IP OSPF process command. Because by default, these elections are non-preempt, which means whenever you make any changes, because already the neighborship has been established, the DR, BDR has been decided, everything is decided. So whenever you make any changes to router ID or priority values or any specific values, like, so you need to make sure that you also clear the process. Of course, you have to reload the router or else. But basically going to every router and saying clear the process is something recommended. That's what we'll try to do here. I'll say clear IPOSPF process to ensure that this process, it is going to restart, means reset the process. We'll do it on each and every router here. So let's do it on all these routers to quickly do the re-election process. And then on the router 1 as well, clear IPOSPF process and reset the process here. Now, once I reset the process, what I should see is I should see the changes, like on the router 1. If I say show IP OSPF interface F0 by 0, I'm expecting that the router 1 should be there in the DR state. So it's waiting state because I have just made changes. So I'm expecting the router 1 should become the DR on this network. So meantime, I'll go and verify on the other routers. If I say show IP OSPF interface here, you can see the state is DR other. The router 4 is now the DR other. And if you also go and verify with show IP OSPF neighbor, in this example, you can see the router from the router 4 here. From the router 4, the router 1 is a DR, and it still shows the other routers as the others. Now it's fine. Now in this example, you can see the router 1 is my DR, and the router 2 is a BDR, and the router 3 is the other router here.